lived here for a month and I already have a crap ton of books to share with you guys. I am very, very excited for this video. Hey guys, it's Kyla. Welcome to today's video. I am bringing you all a book haul. As you guys can see, I have a crap ton of books. I've lived here for a month and I've bought all these books so far, so I wanted to do a collective kind of book haul with you guys so I can share with you guys all the books that I've gotten recently because I'm very excited. I've been trying to get books recently in paperback that aren't like super popular because I'm honestly tired of hearing about all the same books all of the time. So I'm just trying to find some ones that people don't usually talk about and I want on my shelf. So that's what I'm going to be discussing today. I also did not feel like putting on makeup today, so we're just rolling with it. I personally don't care. I think I look great because of my hair. So yeah, we're just gonna get right on into the books because I'm honestly very, very, very excited. So yeah, we're gonna start off with the two that I first bought whenever I got here. This goes into like a 5-book series, but the first 2 books of this series are like they're one little duet. If you guys know the series, you would understand, but it is The Predator and The Reaper by Runix. This is part of the Dark Verse book series. I read these on my Kindle a couple months ago, maybe like in March or so. I read them on my Kindle, fell in love with them, decided that I needed the paperback, so I waited a bit, then I got the books. So it's these 2 books, then what else? So it's these 2 books, The Emperor, another one, and then the last one comes out at the very end of June, which is The Annihilator. But these 2 follow one couple, The Emperor follows another couple, and then the 4th one follows a different couple, and then The Annihilator is supposed to be a wrap up of all of these. I will be buying the rest of them whenever I can because I'm very excited for them. But these are an enemies to lovers duet. Whenever I say I've never read a more perfect enemies to lovers, literally have never read a more perfect enemies to lovers other than these 2 books. It is so good. You know, like knife to like the throat, like I'm gonna stab you kind of scene in enemies to lovers. This has that. It also has the enemies to lovers where he kind of just protects her and she's just like, what are you doing? And he's like, I don't know. It's just the tension. He does it and then like oh my gosh. It's so good. It's literally so good. And then whenever you read this one, your mind just gets absolutely blown. You're just like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. You have Tristan Kane and Morana Vitalio. It is a mafia romance. It is a dark mafia romance. I thought it was really good though. Like I really, really like it. I read this either after or before I read the Brutal Birthright series by Sophie Lark. So good. Literally so freaking good. But yeah, I got those in paperback, so that's the first couple books I got. So the next book that I bought is kind of popular. It is the first book of the Shatter Me series. Shatter Me, of course. I love the covers to all of these books, and I'm not gonna lie, that's the entire reason I'm going to buy the whole entire series one day, is just because the covers, like the eyes, I just love it so much. I think Believe Me, which is a novella, that's my favorite color. It's my favorite color. It is. Pink is my favorite color. But that's my favorite cover out of all of them. My camera really wants to die right now. What is this book even about? Basically, it's just a dystopian book. The girl has fatal touch. Juliet, that's the name. But yeah, I probably am gonna read all the books, even the novellas, just because of how beautiful that they are. They're so pretty. Anyway, the 4th book that I have is a pretty thick one. It is Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. This one is a kind of cat and mouse game little thing. It's enemies to lovers. It's a thief and a king prince type person. She ends up living with him like in his kingdom, in his castle, something like that. It is fantasy, which I don't usually read fantasy, but look at that. Isn't that so beautiful? That's so cool. But I'm very excited because I heard that this one is kind of character driven. I do like books that are plot driven, but I like character development. I like character driven based books because I like to get to know them. I like to know what goes through their mind and everything else. So I got this one. And then the next one that I got, we go back to romance, so we're kind of done with the dystopian stuff. So the next one is All the Little Things by Rachel Lee. I just hit myself in the face. Anyway, this is what the cover looks like. I'm not totally in love with the cover of it, but I do think it is quite interesting. It is Brother's Best Friend, which is my favorite trope of all time. Twisted Love is one of my favorite books, so I'm trying to find more Brother's Best Friend books, and I found this one. I'm pretty sure this is the author's only book, or it's one of her new ones, so not a lot of people are talking about it right now, but I kind of saw a select few people on Bookstagram talking about it, so I was like, okay, I gotta check this out. It's Brother's Best Friend. It kind of seems like it's summer, you know, like it's set in summer, so that's what I'm hoping it is. I wonder if it goes back and forth in time, because it says 4 years ago and now. I don't think it does, which I hope that it doesn't. I am really excited for this one. As I said, I'm trying to find new authors, trying to find like books that people don't usually talk about that are really good, so I feel like this one will be one of them. I'm excited for this book. If it's not living up to what I think it's gonna be, I'm gonna be really sad. So this next one is basically 11 Other Words We've Written. Everybody knows this book. This is probably one of like 3 books that are super popular that everybody talks about on like Book Talk, Bookstagram, BookTube, all that kind of stuff. It's Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. I got this because everybody was like, oh my gosh, it's such a good summer read. It is like childhood best friends to lovers. But then I bought it because of that. And then I started watching people's reviews on it, like at their monthly wrap-ups, and everybody was like, this is basically 11 Other Words Rewritten. I just read 11 Other Words for the first time not too long ago, so now I'm kind of nervous to read this book because I don't like it whenever books, like you have one book and it just reminds you of another book so much that it's basically like, you know it's gonna happen at that point, you know like what synopsis is for like each chapter. I don't like that, so I'm kind of nervous to read this one because it's basically 11 Other Words. You have Persephone and Sam. They have 6 summers to fall in love, 1 moment to fall apart, and a weekend to get it right. So I guess it's not like 11 Other Words because that went through like months, and this one only is like a weekend whenever they get back together, but I heard that it's very similar. I still am gonna read it because I bought it, and I want to read it because I want to have an opinion on it, so we'll see. Now we're down to our last 3. Wow, okay. These ones are all of like the ones I'm really excited for, kind of what I think are gonna be my favorites. I know for sure this one is my favorite. Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Cider. I read this one on my Kindle. I love this book so much. I think I read it in January, or yes, January, February, I read this book and I absolutely fell in love. I literally raved about it so much. I started reading it one night and I finished in the morning, was crying, sobbing because I was like, okay, this is so good. Nothing will be able to top this ever again. Got the paperback version, the 5th year anniversary edition kind of one, because I do not like the cover of the other one, and this one was $30, but it comes with more content, so I thought it was worth it. So you have Jamie and B. B's best friend Jenna starts dating Jamie, but like B saw Jamie first, but it didn't matter because then he started dating Jenna, and you go through high school and college and after college with them, which I think is so exciting. Like, that really drew me in. I really love that part of the book. It's not just a high school romance, it's not just a college romance, but you get to see them grow up. This does have the cheating trope in it, which I don't like, but it was still so good. Like, I kind of just looked past it and I was like, okay, this is still a 5-star read because of the way that I cried, the way I fell in love with the characters. It's just so good. But I had to get it on paperback because it was just so good, guys. Please go read it. Even if you are like, okay, it has a cheating trope, I don't really like that, just give it a chance, give it a read. It is so good. I promise you that you're gonna love it. I really do. So the second to last book that I have is A Hate Like This by Violet Bloom. I saw a Instagram little TikTok video about this book and I immediately had to pick it up just because of the quotes I saw and kind of the character aesthetics I really love. In this book you have Haley Winters and Will Roberts. It is a Grumpy Sunshine, which I know a lot of people don't really like Grumpy Sunshine at the moment because everybody's been recommending them, everybody's been reading them, but this one is a kind of reverse Grumpy Sunshine. So the girl is grumpy and the guy is sunshine. It's basically bad girl, good boy, but the fact that this is bad girl, good boy, I love that so much. I love it whenever the girl is grumpy and the guy is sunshine. It literally, guys, the text in this book though is kind of small. I don't know if you guys can like see that, but it's kind of small and this book is thick. It's like 500 pages, but I'm still excited for it. And the girl's a redhead. From what I saw on that little TikTok, the girl's a redhead and I love redheads. I want to be a redhead again. just me freaking out about this book that I haven't even read yet that I know I'm just gonna love. I'm excited. And they're enemies to lovers as well, and they have enemies with benefits. Say less. The last book that I have for you guys is The Wicked Love by Prue Schuyler. Somebody please tell me how to pronounce that last name because I have no idea. This book is the second book of a duet. I did not read the first one. I did not buy the first one, but from what I read, you do not have to read the first one to read the second one, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't intertwine. But the first one is called The Wicked Truth, same author, obviously, and the cover is blue instead of pink. I heard that one's really good. That one I didn't really want to read because there was some kind of trope that like is on the back of the book, and I was like, okay, I just don't feel like reading that right now. But I wanted to read this one because it is also Grumpy Sunshine, but the girl is grumpy and the guy is sunshine. And I don't think it's enemies to lovers. It is boy obsessed. He just really wants to like understand her again. Something happened in her life to where like she doesn't care about anything anymore. They were together before, so it's also second chance romance, and he's trying to understand like what has been going on. And they're also in college and university in this book as well, so it's not like a high school romance. I don't know if this one is a high school romance. I think it is. I don't know, but I got this because of the second chance romance and the fact that it's girl is grumpy and guy is sunshine. Cannot get enough of it. I'm very excited to read this book. But yeah, that was the last book that I got, and isn't it so pretty? It's pink. Please don't fall. These are all the books that I have bought in this past month. I'm very excited to read all of them. Please let me know if you guys would like any reading vlogs for any of these books, because I recently have found an obsession with doing reading vlogs, so let me know. But yeah, I will definitely be seeing you guys in another video. Comment down below if there's any specific videos that you guys want to see, any book videos, because I'm obsessed. I love you guys. Oh, also, real quick before you leave, I did start a bookstagram. It's called Books with Kai. Please go follow it because I am on there literally all the time now. I've already met some amazing people on there, so I'm super excited. So yeah, go follow me on my book Instagram and make sure to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. I love you all. Goodbye.